Smell that? Yeah, that's my Spidey sense.
I'm gonna pop some tags. Only got $20 in my pocket. I'm hunting, looking for a come up. This is fucking awesome. Nah.
Hey everybody, Greco Fabulous here, and welcome to this month's edition of Spidey Sense, my flea market slash thrift shop haul videos. Now, I'm out cruising in my brand new convertible, got it fully equipped, including the wireless steering. Pretty sweet ride. So I plan on taking it to two spots today. One is a local thrift shop that I just found out about, so I'm hoping they have some hidden gems. And second is a nationwide thrift shop called Savers. So I'm going to check out their local branch. That is if I ever get there. I mean, this traffic is pretty intense. Now I know Massachusetts has a reputation for having some of the worst drivers in the country, but this is ridiculous. What the? Did that guy just hit me with a shell? Hey, nice mustache. Looks like a Goomba took a shit on your face. Jesus, where do these guys learn to drive? Anyways, hopefully I make it there in one piece. I'll catch you on the flip side, show you what I got. Alright guys, so I barely made it out in one piece, so I decided to go to outer space to show you my comic books. First off, Savers was a complete bust. They didn't really have anything cool toy-wise. They had like newer Transformers, which I'm really not into. They did have some comics, but what they did was they... Wow, I can't believe there's a... Sounds like there's a fire in outer space somewhere. Who knew that they had an intergalactic fire department? Anyways, I guess you can't be too safe. Here come the cops. I'm learning so much about outer space. So, yeah, Savers was a complete bust. They had comic books, but what they did was they just threw them together in 3-packs of, you know, just random comics. They were all in pretty crummy condition too, and they were newer comics. You know, there was like a Tomb Raider comic and just random stuff that didn't really go together. And the most surprising thing about it was they were selling them for three for $2.99. Not 3 packs, the three comics in 1 pack for $2.99, which I think is pretty outrageous for thrift shop prices. So I passed on that. The other thrift shop, the local one, had some actual decent finds that I'm excited to show you. They were selling them for 3 for $1, and we came up originally with like, I went with my wife, so I'm going to show you what she picked out first, just to, you know, maybe it'll tickle your fancy, but it really does nothing for me. And it kind of shows you where she's at in her collecting. So here we have Archie at Riverdale High, number 101. We have Richie Rich, Vaults of Mystery, number 25. Richie Rich, Bank Books, number 46. And no collection can go without Richie Rich and his best girlfriend, Gloria, number 25. So as you can see, my wife's interests kind of lay in the whole Archie universe. Or I don't even know what... Does Richie Rich have? Whatever, Harvey. Can you say divorce? So now I'm going to show you what I came away with. Actually, this first comic is kind of in the midst of a custody battle. Well, during my first run through these books, I let it go. But then when we learned about the 3 for $1 deal, we went back and my wife ended up picking it up. So, you know, we'll let her have this victory, but between you and me, you know who this belongs to. And the comic in question is Abbott and Costello, number 2. Published by Charlton Comics in the 60s. Has that great old-timey look to it. You know, you got Abbott and Costello fully cartoonized. Not super familiar with their comedy. Obviously, I know the skit, you know, who's on first, but other than that, I couldn't really tell you anything. I know they met Frankenstein, too. So, anyways, not going to win any Abbott and Costello trivia contests, but pretty excited to have this in my collection. Then another book that I added on after the fact was Ghostly Tales from the Haunted House. Another book published in the 60s. Don't know offhand what issue number this is. I'll tell you after the break. But you know, it's pretty cool. You got your horror and your sci-fi elements. You got, you know, the devil here, giant insects, which is always terrifying. Definitely gives me that like The Fly kind of feel. So pretty cool book to have. The reason I didn't pick it up initially is because it's in pretty crummy shape. But you know, like I said, for 33 cents, why not? Then another book that I wouldn't have picked up initially, but did because of the deal, was Lil Kids #5. This is another one of those Bronze Age Marvel books that's a Marvel Comics group across the top. Anything that has that I'm really going to enjoy, so I'm going to pick that up. I looked inside, it kind of has that comic strip kind of feel, so like I don't know what exactly to equate it to. One of the kids' names is Marmaduke, so I'm going to equate it to Marmaduke, although I don't... Oh, there's a dog. So yeah, it's Marmaduke. I'd be more excited about having this book, except somebody went apeshit on it with a stapler. There's like a staple there and a staple here. So if you open it up, you can't open it up completely. So, you know, whoever did that, I don't care how old you were back then, you're still a douche. Then this book is the one I'm actually most excited to have, and it is Uncanny Tales from the Grave #10. Again, Bronze Age Marvel Comics group across the top. It's in really good shape. You got a giant Kublai Khan guy, or Genghis Khan, just wrecking havoc on the ship, so that's pretty intimidating and scary. So, I love the colors. This thing's popping. Super excited to have it. But it can be yours for the right price. And then last but not least, you know, that might have been my favorite, but this is the world's favorite. And that is Soap Opera Love #1 by Charlton Comics. And this book dares to ask the question, should a Jewish boy and an Irish girl fall in love? And this only ran for 3 issues, so hopefully they had enough time to answer that question. But this is in really good shape. According to the price guide, it actually has some value to it too, so I'm not sure why. Maybe because it was so rare and, you know, a story of love, you know, and you know, love that's not approved by the world, you know, is universal, so maybe that's it. So anyways, nothing mind-blowing, you know, this is a lot of like indie stuff and things like that, but, you know, cool trip nonetheless. So, let's hit that price guide and see how I did. Alright, so Abbott and Costello, #2, graded 2.0, is valued at $4.20. Ghostly Tales from the Haunted House, #58, graded 2.0, valued at $1.75. Lil Kids #5, graded at 2.0, is valued at $2.24. Uncanny Tales from the Grave #10, graded 7.0, valued at $12.10. And finally, Soap Opera Love #1, graded 7.0, valued at $16.50. For a grand total of $36.79, I paid 33 cents a piece for a whopping total of $1.65. So I came away with a $35.14 profit. Alright everybody, thanks for checking out my Spidey Sense video. I know that this wasn't new news to you guys if you had already watched some of my Google Hangouts with John DaCosta. So I apologize for not having new content for you guys, but everybody else, hey, we had a good time, didn't we? Anyways, my next video is probably going to be a comics on delivery because I've already gotten some random acts of kindness, some purchases in, so just waiting on one more book and I'll show you what I came away with. So anyways, thanks for tuning in guys, I'll catch you later.